Like.
Sujay. OBS shut up. Okay. Hello, good evening. In today's class, we will be studying nouns. Now, the first question is how come nouns or basic grammar is important in CAT? They do not ask you any direct questions. They do not ask you to spot the error in any particular sentence, or you do not have to fill in the blanks, or no direct grammar questions are asked. Then why is there even a need to study nouns, pronouns, articles, or for that matter basic grammar? क्यों ज़रूरत है हमें बेसिक ग्रामर पढ़ने की? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, सपोज लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द आरसी सेक्शन. अगर आरसी सेक्शन में राइटर किसी चीज़ पे स्ट्रेस कर रहा है, बार बार द यूज़ किया गया है, तो अगर आपको एक बेसिक नॉलेज है कि द डेफिनेट आर्टिकल है, जब किसी चीज़ पे स्ट्रेस करना हो, स्पेसिफाई करना हो, तब यूज़ होता है, then you'll understand that okay, writer is trying to specify this thing, या राइटर किस चीज पे स्ट्रेस करना चाह रहा है. अगर हम वर्बल एबिलिटी की बात करें तो वर्बल एबिलिटी में पैरा फॉर्मेशन या पैरा जंबल क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. पैरा जंबल क्वेश्चंस में आपको एक सीक्वेंस में, राइट सीक्वेंस में सेंटेंसेस को अरेंज करना होता है सो दैट दे फॉर्म प्रॉपर सेंस, दे आर अरेंज्ड इन अ कोहेरेंट मैनर, they make a sense as a paragraph. अब उसके लिए अगर आपको प्रॉपर नाउन प्रोनाउन का नॉलेज नहीं होगा, बेसिक ग्रामर का नॉलेज नहीं होगा, तो आप उसे एक प्रॉपर सीक्वेंस में अरेंज नहीं कर पाएंगे. सो in any exam wherever the paper is in English, for that sake only you need to know basic grammar to understand it properly. So I hope you know that why is grammar important, or why basics are important for you. Fine, let's start with the topic nouns. Now, noun is a topic which almost every student must have studied in their प्राइमरी क्लासेस. सारे बच्चों ने फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड से हमें पढ़ाना शुरू कर दिया जाता है दैट नेम, प्लेस, एनिमल, थिंग, दीज आर व्हाट नाउन्स आर. बट इफ सपोज आई गिव यू दिस सेंटेंस, honesty is the best policy. This is one complete sentence. Now, most of the students get confused कि इसमें कोई name, place, animal, thing तो नहीं है. What would be the noun here? I mean, with my experience, I've asked this question many times and 60% students answer it incorrect. Here we have two nouns. One is honesty, second one is policy. And these both words, ये दोनों ही words abstract nouns हैं. Abstract noun. That is why to maybe to understand this topic even more nicely, you need to pay attention to this particular topic of nouns. In this video, of course, we'll cover the types of nouns on the basis of their countability and on the basis of whether it's common noun, proper noun, what are abstract nouns, everything will be covered. Plus, we'll also do articles in this particular video. Now, we'll study abstract nouns in detail. For the time being, let's talk about what is the exact definition of nouns. Nouns is usually defined as a word which specifies name of a person, place, animal, thing, or any idea. Yes, idea is also counted in a noun. This might sound as a new entry because usually students remember these four things: name, place, animal, thing, but idea is also a noun. Now, let's understand nouns on the basis of specific or general things. Common noun, and we have proper noun. Now, common noun basically categorizes things. Suppose ones who have masculine characters: boy, girl, book, anything. The moment I specify name of the boy, suppose I'm saying Ram or John, I'm specifying the name. The moment you specify the name, it becomes a proper noun. When you talk about the category, it is common noun. The moment you specify, it becomes proper noun. Let's understand it with an example. Sia is a good girl. Sia is a good girl. Now the word Sia here is a proper noun and girl is common noun. Sia is specifying the name, girl is the category, common, proper noun. Now let's come to another type of nouns, which are collective nouns. Collective nouns. Okay, what are collective noun basically? Collective noun is one word which stands for the whole group of, maybe you can say any particular animal or thing or people. For example, what is the collective noun for bees? We say a swarm of bees. For wolves, we say a pack of wolves. So the word swarm, the word pack, these are collective nouns. ये एक word है जो पूरे group को represent करते हैं. Pack is also used for a pack of cards. ताश जिसे हम कहते हैं, cards जो लोग खेलते हैं, उनके लिए भी collective noun क्या use होता है? Pack use होता है. Apart from that, we have a colony of ants. Collective noun for ants is colony. Then for fishes, we say a school of fishes. Then for lions, we say a pride of lions. Let's look at few more examples. Yes, for soldiers, an army of soldiers. So army is the collective word for the whole group of soldiers. Then we have a band. एक group of musicians को हम क्या कहते हैं? हम कहते हैं band of musicians. So the word band is the collective noun. Then we have board of directors, the most common collective noun, I guess everyone knows. Then, okay, let's look at people. A group of players. टीम, वी हैव क्रिकेट टीम्स, वी हैव फुटबॉल टीम्स. तो जो पूरा ग्रुप है उसके लिए कलेक्टिव नाउन क्या है? टीम है. Then we have, let's talk about things. We have a bunch of grapes. We have a packet of cigarettes. So packet, bunch, these are all collective nouns. Now let's study another type of noun, I would say, which we would divide on the basis of whether that thing is physically present or not. Concrete, and we have abstract nouns. Now, what does the word concrete actually means? Concrete means something which has a physical presence. जो आपको जो चीज आपको दिख रही है, जिसे आप टच कर सकते हैं, that thing is concrete, which has a physical presence. And abstract is something which doesn't has a physical presence. For example, love. You can feel love. Can you actually see love? Can you touch love? No, it's a feeling. So love is an example of what? Love is an example of abstract noun. And when I would talk about any person or any animal, dog is something which you can see, you can hear the dog barking. That is an example of concrete noun. Boyhood, youth, these are all examples of what? These are examples of abstract nouns. Now let's actually divide abstract nouns into various categories and let's understand them further. Quality. Suppose someone is very honest. So if I'm saying John is an honest guy. John is an honest guy. Here the word honest is actually describing John. So it's an adjective. But the moment I say I appreciate John's honesty, there the word honesty becomes what? It is an abstract noun. Let's take more examples of it. Cleverness, wisdom. These are all examples of what? Abstract nouns. Now, how will you actually differentiate if it's an adjective or if it's an abstract noun? It totally depends on the way it is used in a sentence. If it is describing someone or telling some quality of that person, it would become what? It would become an adjective, and the form is also different. When I would use it for John, I would say he's an honest guy. But if I would appreciate that quality, I would say I appreciate John's honesty. So that here, honesty is what? It's a quality. It's an abstract noun. Let's look at a few more examples. Hatred, theft, research. These are examples of what? These are examples of actions. Now, first thought which must have come in your mind is, oh, action, that describes a verb, right? Suppose I hate him. Hate is a verb. How come you're putting it in the category of abstract nouns? अब abstract noun किस तरह से वर्ड का कौन सा फॉर्म यूज करा गया, उसको किस तरह से सेंटेंस में यूज करा गया है, डिस्क्राइब्स वेदर इट इज एन abstract noun or it's a verb or an adjective or an adverb. Totally depends on the sentence and usage of the word. Let's take an example. When I say I hate it, hate is the verb, But when I say, I cannot stand her hatred for me, or her hatred for me is growing day by day. Her hatred for me is growing day by day. So there the word hatred is an example of what? It is an example of abstract noun. She is doing research in the medical field. She is doing research in the medical field. Doing हो गया verb, research हो गया abstract noun. Let's look at maybe few more examples. State. जैसे कि हमने पहले बॉयहुड डिस्कस किया था या यूथ डिस्कस किया था या फिर अगर कोई इंसान बड़ा पुअर है तो पॉवर्टी इज ऑल्सो अ स्टेट. तो स्टेट्स भी जो है वो सब किस में आती है? एब्स्ट्रैक्ट नाउन में आती है. स्टेट just a second. Poverty, adulthood, these are all examples of what? These are examples of abstract noun. Let's take 2-3 more examples. When we talk about feelings, these are of course things which you cannot see. These are abstract things and they come in the category of abstract nouns. Love, hatred, these are examples of what? These are examples of abstract nouns. Loath. Okay, let's take one last category is left in abstract nouns, and that is we've done feelings, we have done state, we have done quality, we have done actions. Now we are left with events. Suppose I say this sentence, when you watch cricket, you often say, you often exclaim, what a shot, right? So the word shot there is actually part of an event, even if any talks are held. जो talk हो गया या meeting हो गई, meeting word also comes in the category of abstract noun. It totally depends how it is used. I will be meeting Sia today. I will be meeting Sia today. In this sentence, meeting is a verb. But when I say I have to attend an important meeting, I have to attend an important meeting, here the word meeting is what? It is an example of abstract noun. Talk, meeting, these are examples of what? Events which come in the category of abstract nouns. Now, I just remembered we have missed an important thing. We had discussed proper nouns, common nouns. I told you common nouns एक category है. Proper nouns जैसे हम नाम को specify करते हैं वो एक proper noun बन जाता है. पर क्या कुछ proper nouns एक common noun की तरह use हो सकते हैं? Let's see in this example. He is the modern Premchand. He is the modern Premchand. Now, if I ask someone to identify a noun, a common or proper noun in this sentence, usually students say that ma'am, Premchand is the noun and Premchand is a proper noun. But I'll give you another example to explain it more. Premchand was a very famous Hindi writer. Premchand was a very famous Hindi writer. इन दिस सेंटेंस प्रेमचंद एक प्रॉपर नाउन है और राइटर जो कि कैटेगरी है वो एक कॉमन नाउन है, बट जब प्रेमचंद इस पर्टिकुलर सेंटेंस में यूज हुआ तो ये एक कॉमन नाउन बन गया। क्यों? क्योंकि हर वो राइटर जो प्रेमचंद जितना एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी है, प्रेमचंद जितना टैलेंटेड है, उतना अच्छा लिख रहा है, वो एक पूरी कैटेगरी बन गई है। और सिर्फ एक प्रेमचंद नहीं, अब कोई और भी जो बहुत अच्छा लिखेगा उसको भी हम प्रेमचंद से कंपेयर कर सकते हैं। तो इसलिए प्रेमचंद अब एक प्रॉपर नाउन नहीं रह गया, प्रेमचंद हैज बिकम अ कैटेगरी। So we do not have just one Premchand. Anyone else who's also extraordinarily good at writing can become what? Can become a Premchand. Let's take one more example. He is the Newton of our class. He is the Newton of our class. Newton, we all know, was a very famous scientist and of course was extraordinarily intelligent. So when I call someone Newton of the class, it means वो बच्चा स्टूडेंट बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, बहुत स्मार्ट है, इसलिए हमने उसको न्यूटन से कंपेयर करा है। तो न्यूटन एक प्रॉपर नाउन नहीं रह गया, न्यूटन एक पूरी कैटेगरी बन गई। जो भी इतना स्मार्ट हो, इज गुड एट साइंस, we can call that person a Newton. So this is what? This is a common noun. So you can change proper nouns into common nouns. Now, okay, let's look at another type of nouns. Very, very basic. These are material nouns. Material nouns. Now what are material nouns? The word itself has the answer, which tells about the material of something. This chain is made of gold, or I love silver jewelry. Gold, silver, which tells about which are giving details. The words which are giving details about the material are material nouns. Gold, silver, plastic, anything which gives detail about the material. Now we are left with one last thing in the topic nouns, which are countable and uncountable nouns. Now again, the word has the answer. All those things which can be counted would be put in the category of countables. Suppose 2 pens. You can count the number of pens, you can count the number of books, you can count the number of boys. These are all examples of what? Countable nouns. Sugar, milk. Can you actually count the drop of milk? Can you count the drop of milk in a glass of water? You cannot count. Can you count the grains of sugar? You cannot count. These come in the category of what? Uncountable nouns. But the moment I say, I want 1 kg of sugar, it has become countable. I want 1 liter of milk, it has become countable. So it totally depends on the usage of word in the sentence. Suppose I am saying experience. Can you actually count a teacher's experience? Can you count the number of seconds that person is taught? No. Experience is an uncountable noun, but it can also be used as a countable noun depending on the sentence. Let's look at the sentence. He has many foreign experiences. He has many foreign experiences. Full stop. Here, you can actually count the number of countries this person has been to. Suppose he has been to 6 countries. 6 अलग अलग बाहर की कंट्रीज में अगर कोई गया है तो आप उसके फॉरेन एक्सपीरियंसेस काउंट करके बता सकते हो कि इस इंसान को 6 फॉरेन कंट्रीज का एक्सपीरियंस है. Here the word experience, which is a noun, becomes a countable noun. Now let's look at the sentence. Teaching requires an expert experience. Teaching requires an expert experience. I'm sure you would all agree this is something every student would agree on, and of course teachers also. Here, can you actually count this expert experience? No. बहुत ज़्यादा experience चाहिए होता है. Here the word experience is actually what? It is an uncountable noun. So it totally depends on the usage in sentence, that how the sentence has used that particular word. On the basis of that, we would say whether the word is a countable noun or an uncountable noun. Now let us switch to our next topic for today, which is articles. Now, first of all, how would you describe articles? What exactly are articles? Articles are determiners. Articles are the words which actually introduce us to the sentence, to the noun in the sentence, to be of course more specific. Articles introduce us to the noun in the sentence. They tell us whether the noun is specific or the noun is general. It tells us all that. Now, on the basis of this thing, just give me a second, I guess this may show here. Okay, we were on articles. Now, I just gave you a definition that articles tell us about the noun, where if the noun is specific or general, or they introduce us to the noun in the sentence. Now, on the basis of specific or general, we can categorize articles into 2 categories. Articles को हम 2 में divide कर सकते हैं. Definite articles और second category है हमारा indefinite articles. अब एक एग्जाम्पल के साथ समझते हैं इस बात को. सपोज आई एम सेइंग आई नीड अ पेन. आई नीड अ पेन. सेकेंड सेंटेंस, I want the pen which you are using. I want the pen which you are using. मुझे वही पेन चाहिए जो आप या जो तुम यूज कर रहे हो. द यहाँ पे आई नीड अ पेन, कोई भी पेन, मैंने कुछ स्पेसिफाई नहीं करा मुझे लाल पीला नीला कौन से कलर का पेन चाहिए, जेल पेन चाहिए, बॉल पेन चाहिए, पार्कर चाहिए, कुछ स्पेसिफाई नहीं करा, सिर्फ कहा आई नीड अ पेन. सो दिस टेल्स दैट दिस इज व्हाट एन इनडेफिनेट आर्टिकल, जिसमें कुछ डेफिनेट नहीं, कुछ स्पेसिफाइड नहीं, जनरल जो यूज होता है. सो ए एंड एन come under the category of indefinite articles. Here I said I want the pen. जो पेन तुम यूज कर रहे हो वही पेन चाहिए, तो मैंने स्पेसिफाई करा कि मुझे वही वाला पेन चाहिए, डेफिनेट है कि यही पेन चाहिए. So the which specifies is what is the definite article. When we talk about general things we use a or an. When we talk about specific things we use the. I hope this much is clear to you all. Now looking at, let me just see what is going on here. Okay, now let's understand definite articles which are a or an in detail. First of all, a और an countable nouns के साथ यूज होता है. You do not use them with uncountable or mass nouns. Suppose if I'm saying, let's understand it with this example. I saw a dog. I saw many dogs. I saw many dogs. Here the word dog is countable, that's why you used a, but here we had many dogs, so you would never say I saw a many dogs. No, when they are you cannot exactly, though these dogs can be counted, but when the number is not specified, that time you do not use what? You do not use indefinite articles there. Now come looking at few other rules of using a and an. A is basically used with consonants. I want a pen, I saw a dog, I saw a beautiful girl. All these, a pen, a dog, per, the, these are all what? Consonant sounds. And is used with what? It is used with vowels. Now, please stress on this one thing. When I am saying vowels, I am talking about vowel sounds. A, E, I, O, U. Please stress on the vowel sounds and not just on the letter. A, E, I, O. Now, here, this is the particular vowel which most of the students get confused with. I'll explain this to you with an example. Suppose, let's take the word European. Now, what do you say? He's a European or he's an European? Students are like, ma'am, this is a vowel, so we would say he's an European, but no. We have to stress on what? The sound and not on the vowel. You do not have to see the letter. You have to stress on the vowel sound. The sound here is of the consonant Y. य sound आ रहा है इधर. इसलिए इसके साथ एंड नहीं आएगा. लेट्स टेक वन मोर एग्जाम्पल. ugly. Do you say he's a ugly guy or you say he's an ugly guy? We say he's an ugly guy. And ये U लेटर है बट साउंड आ रहा है अ. सो यू हैव टू एक्चुअली स्ट्रेस ऑन द साउंड कि क्या साउंड आ रहा है, एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट यू यूज द पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल ए और एन. Let's take few more examples of the same. What do you say? He is a MLA or you say he is an MLA? We say he is an MLA. Why? A. म साउंड नहीं आ रहा, म अल ए नहीं है, it is a MLA. That is why we'll use an. He is an MP. Let's take one more example. It's been an hour since you've been working. It's been an hour since you went out. An hour. Her. हार नहीं, आर. क्योंकि साउंड में अ आ रहा है, you will use what? You'll use an. I hope the consonant and vowel concept is quite clear to you all. Now, let's take one more example. University. Do you say an university or do you say a university? You देख के कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है, साउंड तो य का आ रहा है, and य sound is not included in the vowel sounds. So you will say a university. You will not say an university. Okay, let's see other rules of indefinite articles. Now, a or an is also used to make a proper noun into a common noun. We had discussed the same in noun section also, that how do we change a proper noun into a common noun. जब भी proper noun को common noun में change करना होगा, that time also we'll use a or an depending on the sounds. Proper noun into common noun. Now, let's take an example. Suppose I'm saying she is from Mexico. She is from Mexico. Here the word Mexico is what? It is a proper noun. She is from Mexico. It's name of a country. It is a proper noun. But if I say she is a Mexican, here the word Mexican is not a proper noun. It is a common noun. क्योंकि मेक्सिको में बहुत सारे लोग हैं, वो सब एक कैटेगरी है, एक कैटेगरी ऑफ पीपल है जो मेक्सिको में रहते हैं, इसलिए उनके लिए कॉमन वर्ड है which is Mexican. So this is not a proper noun, this is a common noun. So if you have to change this Mexico into Mexican, which is a proper noun, into a common noun, you will use what? You will use a article depending on the sound. अगर यहाँ पे कोई vowel sound होता, then accordingly we would have used an. So a or an is also used to change proper noun into common nouns. Let's look at another rule of this thing. The indefinite articles a or an also precede the descriptive adjective. एक descriptive adjective से पहले भी a और an यूज होता है. Descriptive adjective. Now, what are descriptive? Of course, adjectives are, of course, which describe a person. Now, suppose if I'm saying he, let's use a colorful chalk. Let's add some colors to this blackboard. He is an amazing. What should we make this guy? Cricketer, dancer. Let's make him a dancer. He is an amazing dancer. Now, of course, the word amazing is a descriptive adjective of what? This guy, he. जो भी pronoun है जिसके लिए भी adjective use किया गया है. So, with a descriptive adjective also, what do? We add a or an. We use the indefinite articles with descriptive adjectives also. Let's take one more example. Add a little water to my drink. Now guys, this is a totally optional sentence. Optional in the sense it's everyone's choice, whether they want to add water or do not want to have water, want to consume liquor or do not want to consume liquor. Anyways, coming back to the sentence, a is used before a descriptive adjective. So a is what? A is used before descriptive adjectives. So you can always, this is how you actually use articles. You add them before descriptive adjectives, or you add them before nouns or pronouns to tell more about nouns or pronouns or descriptive adjectives. Now let's look at a few more examples. Another rule is you do not use articles before meals. You do not say I had a lunch or I had a dinner. You do not say that. But if suppose it's some big occasion, or suppose some adjective is used before the meals, then we use articles. Generally, we omit articles, especially indefinite articles before meals. But suppose you had dinner with the Prime Minister. Now it's a big occasion. So the sentence will be he or she had a dinner with the PM. He or she had a dinner with the PM. Here, because it's a big occasion, you can use article, indefinite article before the meal. Suppose if you are using an adjective also before the meal. अगर meal से पहले adjective भी है तो भी article add हो सकता है. What a fabulous dinner. Here we have an adjective, that is why a can come. So the thing is that if the word is preceded by any adjective or it's some special occasions, only in that case you can use a or an with meals. Otherwise you never say I had a lunch or I had a dinner, I had a breakfast. No, we do not do that. With that, we have completed the indefinite articles. Now let's come to the, which is definite article and about which most of the students have lot of doubt कि the countries के साथ आता है या languages के साथ आता है, किधर use करते हैं, किधर नहीं use करते हैं. So let's look in details. Now, let's talk about the basic things which though all the students know, but let's cover all these topics also. द हर उन चीज के साथ यूज होता है जो यूनिक है, जो दुनिया में एक ही है. द सन, द मून, द अर्थ. With unique things which are only one or which are unique, you use the. The moon orbits the earth. You do not say moon orbits the earth. No, the moon orbits the earth. Now, rivers or bays or canals or mountains. Rivers, bays, canals, इनके साथ of course आप बोलते हो the Ganga, the Nile. You use the with rivers. But when you talk about mountains, you do use the with mountains के साथ. the use होता है पर सिर्फ range of mountains के साथ. पूरी रेंज के साथ द यूज होता है. सिर्फ एक माउंटेन की अगर आप बात कर रहे हो तो आप द यूज नहीं करते. यू डू नॉट से दैट आई सॉ द माउंट फूजी इन जापान, or I went to the Mount Fuji, or I climbed the Mount Fuji in Japan. No, you say I saw Mount Fuji in Japan. आप the यूज नहीं करते. पर अगर हम हिमालयस की बात करें, पूरा एक माउंटेन रेंज है, खूब सारे माउंटेन्स आते हैं हिमालयस में. So we would say snow leopards are found in the Himalayas. You do not say Himalayas, you say the Himalayas. Snow leopards are found in the Himalayas. So with a range of mountains, you use the. For a single mountain, you do not use the. Talking about islands, the same rule goes for island. For a single island, you do not use the, but for a group of islands, we say the West Indies. It's a group of islands. So for group of islands, we will use the. Now, coming to other things. Now, of course, we also use the with things which we have referred before. जिन चीजों की हम बात पहले कर चुके हैं और अब उनकी वापस बात कर रहे हैं, उनके साथ हम the यूज करते हैं. For example, let's take this sentence. The teacher who taught me biology in school was very smart. Smart, good, intelligent, whatever you want to describe your teacher as. जिन टीचर ने मुझे स्कूल में बायोलॉजी पढ़ाई थी वो बड़े स्मार्ट थे, था, whatever. नाउ अब मैं किसी भी टीचर की बात नहीं करी, मैं उस टीचर की बात करूँ जिन्होंने स्कूल में पढ़ाया था बायोलॉजी. तो मैंने स्पेसिफाई करा है. तो जैसे ही आप जिस बारे में पहले बात कर चुके हो उस चीज को आप वापस दोहराते हो, तब आप वापस द यूज करते हो. आई होप this much is clear to you. Let's look at other rules, that how do we use the definite article the. With name of the holy books, the Gita, the Bible, the Vedas. With name of newspapers, we use what? We use the. We say the Times of India, the Hindu, the Indian Express, not just Indian Express. So with holy books, with newspapers, we use what? We use the. Now, let's talk about a topic which most of the students are often confused with, that what do we do with communities and nationalities? Communities and nationalities. Now, we say the Hindus, the Sikhs, we say the French, the English, The English are very mean people. So the English subject ni English Britishers. I'm talking about Britishers, or I'm talking about the English are very mean people. The Hindus are orthodox. Please don't judge me for my statements. I am just giving examples here. So when you talk about communities or nationalities, we use the article the. But वही अगर मैं हर जगह article use नहीं होगा, suppose I am talking about origin. Suppose I am talking about origin. अगर किसी इंसान के origin की बात हो रही है तो ऑफ कोर्स उसकी नेशनैलिटी की बात हो रही है तब द आएगा. पर अगर सपोज मैं चॉकलेट्स की बात कर रही हूँ, आई लव मेक्सिकन चॉकलेट्स. चॉकलेट का ओरिजिन क्या है? मेक्सिकन. सो आई विल नॉट से आई लव द मेक्सिकन चॉकलेट्स. नो, there we will omit the article the. I would say I love Mexican chocolates. So with origin you do not use the. You omit the article the. You just talk about the origin. You do not use the. With communities and nationalities we use the. Now students are also confused that what is the scenario with the languages. You do not use the with languages. You do not say I do not know how to read the Hindi, or I do not know the English. You do not use the with languages. But अगर आप बता रहे हो कि ये एक लैंग्वेज है, तब अगर सेंटेंस में लैंग्वेज वर्ड आ रहा है तब आप द यूज करोगे. Same goes for, let's take an example for this thing. The English language is not a very difficult language, or the English is not a very difficult language. तो जैसी सेंटेंस में लैंग्वेज वर्ड आ रहा है तब द यूज होगा. बट अगर लैंग्वेज की बात इन जनरल हो रही है तब उसके साथ द यूज नहीं होगा. Let's look at few more examples. Yes, with directions also you use the. You say in the east, take a left from the north. So when directions are preceded by prepositions, in the east, east से पहले अगर preposition आ रहा है तब आप article the use करोगे. Let's take few more examples of the same. From in the east, in the south, in the north, the is used. With okay, let's see another rule of the. You also use it with comparative degrees of adjectives or adverbs. You use it with comparative degree of adjectives or adverbs. Suppose मैंने बोला the older you grow, the wiser you become. The older you grow, the wiser you become. The older the wiser. These are comparative degrees. Comparative degrees के साथ the use होता है. The is also used with plural surnames. The Agarwals, the Sharmas, not the Sharma, the Sharmas, the Agarwals. It is also used with title. It is used with ranks. The Duke will not attend the party, or the Prime Minister. With titles, with ranks, you use the. Now let's come to a very important topic, which is where do you omit articles? With name of countries, you do not use articles. You do not say the India is a very beautiful country. You say India is a very beautiful country. बट अगर कुछ ऐसी कंट्रीज है जो जिनका जो वर्ड फॉर्म है वो एक प्लूरल फॉर्म है, फॉर सपोज मालदीव्स, फिलीपींस, मालदीव्स, द फॉर्म इज अ प्लूरल फॉर्म. With such country names you use the, otherwise the country names which have a singular form, India, Canada, America, you do not use the with them. Then one again very important thing, I said that we do use articles with nationalities. We say he's an Indian, he's an American, but with nationalities which have a plural form, for example Japanese, Chinese, with these you do not use any article. You do not say he is a Japanese. Wrong. He is an Indian is correct. He is a Canadian is correct. He is an American is correct. But he is a Japanese is incorrect, because ये जो particular form of nationality word का जो form है, it is plural. So with plural nationalities, with words which have plural form, you do not use any article. You omit articles. Chinese, Japanese, Burmese, no articles. That's it for this particular topic. We've covered all the important rules, where to omit the articles, how to use it, definite articles, how to use indefinite articles, with which particular adjectives, which particular forms, how to use them. Everything has been covered in this video. I hope it was helpful to you. Thank you so much.